What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to your favorite pond, the Coy Pond, episode 88. And as always, I'm joined with my co-host, K-Dog, in the studio for another glorious week. If you're watching on YouTube, you know you can find us on YouTube. You can also find us on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music. And never, ever truly forget to leave a question on SpeakPipe. If you want a question, you have a question, we can answer that question live for us on the podcast. You know how that thing usually goes. And don't forget, plenty of merch options available as per usual. You've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it twice. There's a little bit for everybody there, and you can find it. Just look how happy the merch is making him as I scroll through it. It's magical. Simply magical.
Check it out.
And on that note, since it is episode 88, we've got to list our favorite players that wore 88, and we've got some polls for you today.
Wow. Yeah,
K-Dog, what is your favorite player to wear 88 on the Cowboys?
Yeah.
Notable number.
Sure. And sadly, we were kind of in a rush this evening, or I would have run into my closet and put on Dez Bryant jersey or whatever. But, yeah, 88 for the Cowboys is probably,
I would argue,
the legendary number.
One of the most, if not the most legendary number in NFL.
So we go back, let's start at the beginning. We go back to 88 and Drew Pearson and the receiver of the official first Hail Mary from Roger Staubach. And Roger Staubach, who was a good Catholic boy from Purcell in Cincinnati, where he went to high school, good Catholic school. He tells the story of he just reared back against the Vikings in the playoffs, threw the ball up, and said his Hail Mary.
Like that, a play was born.
And 88 was born, and Drew Pearson came down with it. And then we move forward to, of course, Michael Irvin, the playmaker during the early 90s.
Hard to forget him.
Yep. Big 88 there.
Beat the case, I think. No, I'm just kidding.
And then, of course, CeeDee Lamb currently wearing 88. So those are three pretty good receivers.
Yes, you really can't go wrong with the number 88 when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys.
No. In fact, between those three guys, of course, CeeDee Lamb hasn't won a Super Bowl, but between the three of them, they have 5 Super Bowls. Between two of them, they have 5 Super Bowls.
Pretty impressive stuff. Now, if you had to pick one,
I'd probably go with Michael Irvin. Drew Pearce is one of my favorites because he goes back, but Michael Irvin was just such a key piece to things.
More of a classic.
Yeah. And,
maybe. That might be wording that wrong.
But you're right, though. It actually being at his first NFL game, the Cowboys opened the 88 season at Pittsburgh, so I was in the stadium live for the game to see Michael Irvin's first game, and that was pretty darn exciting.
That's magical stuff. Now, if we're talking Chargers 88, a lot less magical moments came from the number 88. So, a little bit of a deeper poll for the ladies and gentlemen out there this Thursday morning.
Sure.
88, Don Norton. 1960 to 69. His official position was left end. He was wide receiver from Iowa. Put up some solid numbers. I have no idea what the passing game looked like back in the 60s when, essentially that was the AFL before it became the NFL in 69, I believe, if I'm remembering that right.
I think you're close.
I'm sorry, listeners. But Don Norton, cool. I love his card. That's the picture I found, and I love the card look of it. And you know what? I'll take it. That's 5 to 7 touchdowns in a season was pretty huge for a wide receiver or left end back in the day.
Yeah, great name, Don Norton. Sounds like a football player.
The most recent one was Hayden Hurst. I couldn't go with that. Yeah. Not for the Chargers. I had to do a deeper poll, but 88 not as widely remembered in Chargers lore as far as I know, and someone might crucify me for not remembering one guy in one season. I apologize. I don't care.
I do like the deep dive, though.
Yeah, usually you're the one with the deep dives. I had to one-up you this week. Just natural.
Pretty darn good.
Regardless, this week, as you've noticed, we've done a lot of divisional previews and talking divisions. We're going to do that again this week, damn it. And this week, we are doing the AFC East. Plenty of things have been going on in the AFC East this offseason, most notably recently with the Jets. And that division feels like it's been locked up for the Bills for, I think, the last 5 years. Yeah. I think I read it was 5 consecutive titles by the Bills. But regardless, before that, obviously, Tom Brady ran that division for the most part, with a couple exceptions here and there throughout the early 2000s. And, what better than to go over there where it seems like everything's happening? And I guess let's just start it off with the Bills.
Let's do it.
Might as well. Pretty dominant team last year.
No doubt about it.
Ran into the same sort of things the Ravens did, where it kind of feels like they can't beat themselves.
Yep.
they make it so far and then they maybe not choke because I think the officiating in that Chiefs-Bills game was not up to par. I remember that being a key point, so Bills fans, I'm not discrediting how the Bills did.
Many of us would concur with that. Yes.
And I remember there was a bunch of stuff. End result was the same as all I'm getting at. Didn't end how most Bills fans or most of the NFL would have liked that to end against the Chiefs. It is what it is. We move on to another season.
Right.
But the Bills, once again, in a position where it looks like they could have a dominant season.
And they have made key additions to the defense, which was an issue. Third down defense in particular, which is a big problem. Not able to get off the field. That neutralizes the offense then. Wears the defense down. And, Joey Bosa being added. Somebody that knows a lot about him.
Plenty of veteran moves.
What do you think about Joey Bosa being brought in there?
Joey Bosa being added to the Bills. To be honest with you, his time with the Chargers was definitely done. I think he'd gotten kind of sick of it. He's been injured a lot. I don't blame him. He had multiple head coaches that, I don't want to say he didn't love, but it felt like that based on body language. I don't want to act like I have any sort of insider knowledge of that just based on how he played and whatnot.
Sure.
Great player. If he stays healthy for the Bills, he'll be a great addition. I think, Von Miller was actually pretty productive for him his first season with the Bills. I don't know what you're going to see. If Joey Bosa is healthy, you'll notice. If he's not, you won't notice anything. Yeah. However, having that veteran presence for the defense is going to be a huge help regardless. And I don't think they necessarily, they didn't have to rob anyone to get Joey Bosa.
Right.
But since we're on the Chargers going to the Bills, Josh Palmer, another key addition to the Bills this offseason. Listen, they had Coleman, they had Hakir?
Yeah.
I always butcher his name. I'm so sorry. But adding Josh Palmer, I think is going to be a great help. I really enjoyed his time on the Chargers. He was a great, consistent wide receiver for them. And I think, if anything, that might have been a little bit more of a steal. Because with Josh Allen, he's going to make it work with any wide receiver or tight end. I think Josh Allen has shown that, especially last season. So he may not be anywhere close to wide receiver one because it is Josh Palmer, but you can expect some consistency. I mean, there was a couple seasons, I think, where most of the Chargers wide receivers got hurt, and Josh Palmer was wide receiver one. So I think that was a tremendous pickup for the Bills, to be completely honest.
Well, and the Bills receiver-wise have been lacking, as we know.
Yes.
Really since, Stefon Diggs left?
Yeah, and then they got rid of Gabe Davis as well.
Right. So hopefully Josh Palmer can kind of fill that void. Keon Coleman struggles with separation and inconsistent play.
Yes.
So really they seem to go back to their running game, the quarterback runs, their tight ends, which they have a couple good ones.
Good Lord, that is a tight end core they've got between Kincaid and Knox.
Yeah, and so if they can get any improved receiver play,
it'll only elevate them that much
just
more.
Open that thing up. And if Josh Allen gets the field a little bit more open, oh my God, that guy could create anything.
And I think people got on him kind of like they did Dak Prescott about those interceptions. For maybe it was last year specifically, but it felt like for a couple of years there was just more interceptions than there really needed to be.
Yeah,
he's gonna bring that even farther down. I really think as he gets more comfortable and you get used to these seasons, I don't think he's going to be trying to do that as much. And having James Cook, now I don't remember if he was signed yet. I remember there was a little drama, if you will, about if he was going to sign or hold out for more money. I'm assuming that'll be taken care of by the season. And James Cook was a huge part of that season last year.
Yeah, going to be big time. And don't forget Ray Davis from Kentucky.
Oh, yeah.
That running back that they have.
They were able to bring in.
Both those guys together are really good. I mean, Ray Davis had big play capabilities, catching the ball, running the ball.
Yeah.
Same with James Cook. So
only elevating that team more and more. I mean, it's scary.
Yeah.
The Bills, as per normal, are good.
We know what it comes back to, though.
The real challenge, similar to what we said about the Ravens, and I appreciate the Ravens fan that commented, it's going to be that mental aspect come championship week.
That's it.
Playing the AFC, whether it's the Ravens, the Chiefs.
Yep.
Maybe, I'll throw out the Bengals.
I think the Bengals are going to be in it.
Whether they are or not, it's just the Bills getting over that hump.
The mentality.
I'm not by any means saying they can't do it, or they don't have the weapons, or they don't have the capability, or Sean McDermott's a dumbass. It's strictly, they need to win one of these games.
All you can say at this point is they just haven't done it.
Yes.
That's not a judgment. That's a fact.
That is just where it's
They
at.
are 0-4 in playoff matchups against Pat Mahomes. And until that changes, they can't do it. And that's just how it is. I mean, 1, 2, maybe. But when that's happened 4 times,
that's tough. It's playing a mental game. You have to assume be blessed, Josh Allen. Damn it, you just won MVP.
Yeah.
Can you just win the big one?
You know, and when you think about the psychology of it, and I'd be interested, like, what would an actual psychologist say about this? But you know, if you play somebody and you beat them once, you know, and you go on, you don't ever think about it. If you can't get past at least win 1 after you've done 2 of them, you get to 3. Now, is that doubt that creeps in, like, just like a fucking avalanche?
Yeah, does it just build up and build up?
You know,
You would assume.
800-pound gorilla on your back, it's got to be.
And again, I feel like maybe since the refs played such a big role in that championship game last season, maybe it's less of a, you know, feeling like you have to, and it's more like, we beat them, we need to beat them again. You know, and maybe that's even better. Maybe that helps. I have no clue. We'll have to see how the season plays out. But obviously, they're going to do fine in the regular season. Win totals, they're going to be, I think, easily double digits and more. I don't really doubt it.
You know, they won 13 last year. I think they win 13 again. Their division is weak.
Yes.
And I think they're that much better than most everybody.
And according to our notes, if they're facing the NFC South, AFC South, and a couple other weaker teams placed throughout that schedule, they should have no trouble getting to 13 wins.
Yeah.
And really, it's just getting in the playoffs.
Yep.
I mean, that has not been a barrier for that team. And the later you go in the season, the more it's that Buffalo Bills fan base jumping off, breaking tables. And guess what? Here comes the Bills Mafia. You don't know what's going to happen. Some poor sap jumping off the top of the stadium onto some white flimsy table they bought at Walmart 5 minutes ago. Who knows?
Well, hopefully a deeper roster
gives
them a chance to sustain some injuries.
Yes.
And also a combination of having less injuries that gives them, you know, they're mostly their full roster, most of the roster, and that can get them over the hump.
Yes, and
I'd love to see them beat the Chiefs. I really would.
I would too. Frankly, Chargers can't fucking do it. Why can't? How about them? Why not them?
I mean, we're at the point now where people are like, you either really love the Chiefs and you want to keep the Swiftie thing going, or you're like, it'd be nice to see somebody different.
It really would be. You know, that's all I'm saying. That's all I want. I frankly will root for anything in the AFC South, but I digress.
There's our thoughts.
There's our thoughts. You know,
that is the Bills.
That's the Bills. They'll be fine. All right. New England Patriots.
What is the one thing you think of when you think of the Patriots from this season, last season to this season?
Mike Vrabel.
That's it.
Mike frickin' Vrabel.
And I'm going to make the prediction right now.
Oh, boy.
Right out of the gate.
Here we go, people.
4 wins last year. They'll win 8 games.
Okay.
They're going to double that total.
Oh, yeah.
Weak division. Mike Vrabel's discipline.
Yeah.
He could turn a team around quick just by, I mean, I'm sorry, Gerard Mayo.
It's nothing personal.
Nothing personal.
The experiment didn't work there.
But Vrabel, he's got it. He will have them operating on a high level of conservative play for Drake May, and they're going to beat people.
They are. And, you know, he took Tannehill to a 1 seed in the AFC.
It's amazing.
I mean,
that in and of itself is that's a fucking miracle.
That is the one statistic you have to remember. A.J. Brown was on the Titans at one point before he got traded to the Eagles. There's just little things you have to remember that no one's forgotten. I don't think I'm reminding anyone. And he's got a new, fresh quarterback.
That's right.
Drake May.
And he's going home.
Yeah.
So the storyline here couldn't be any better.
Yes.
He's going home to where he played.
Yes.
And now he's the guy in charge of football.
And
he's the man.
He watched greatness. He's going to try and duplicate greatness.
And he knows how to do it.
He's not an idiot.
He knew how to do it at Ohio State as a player.
Yep.
He knew how to do it with the Titans as head coach, and he knows how to do it here, certainly, where he feels like he's going home.
Exactly. And shout out to the Patriots fan that was in the comments a few weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, whenever that was. I'm a little high on the Patriots this season. He talked me down a little bit, reminding that this is a young team. This is a fresh, young team. There's no doubt that they're maybe a year away from being maybe really talked about up there, more than just like some crazy dark horse situation similar to how the Broncos were last year, I think.
Yep.
But no doubt what's going on in New England is in the right direction. They're doing the right things. They got, I think it was, absolute behemoth of a offensive tackle, O-line. I mean, protecting the quarterback out of the gate, huge. I mean, for what it's worth, they were in 6 one-score games and lost them all. Or they lost 6 one-score games last year. I mean,
The Patriots did?
yeah, they were right there.
That's big.
So you add a couple more pieces, you improve a couple of players that were rookies,
Yep.
you're right back in it.
Yep.
And I'm not saying I necessarily want to see the Patriots winning Super Bowls after Super Bowls again. I think we all had enough of that. But seeing the Patriots at least contending in the AFC East is not a bad thing.
No. And keep in mind, offense and defensive line investments, I mean, significant upgrades to both lines. You know, he knows how to build the trenches.
Yep.
Then you can put players around it, but you got to be able to protect everybody in both ends of the offense and defense, and that's what he's doing.
You don't want Drake May getting crushed as he progresses as a quarterback.
Yeah.
Keep him upright, keep him healthy. He'll last longer that way. And
Yeah.
I'm excited for what we see. I'm not going to lie. Stefon Diggs, a huge addition to the Patriots. I think we've talked about that enough on this podcast, but matched with Demario Douglas and, I think I said his name right, Demario Douglas and a couple others.
Right.
It's going to be good. And I'm excited to watch it.
Yeah, and I mean, I think your Patriot friend probably has it right, maybe a year away yet.
Yeah.
They're young, there's no doubt about it, but there's a lot to be excited about, at least having some hope now and
Yes.
taking some steps forward.
Yes.
So
Years ago, Cam Newton, Bill Belichick out the door. Last year, Gerard Mayo, exciting new quarterback. This year, plenty of good additions, and it's only getting better.
no doubt
You
about
have
it.
to assume. There's nothing really bad going on because of how bad it's been.
Right.
And that's not a bad place to be in.
No.
Everyone's bought in. It's Vrabel. It's exciting.
Yep.
I don't know. I haven't looked at the schedule necessarily, but seeing the Patriots face some of these other teams this upcoming season will be exciting to see what kind of challenges they have against playoff teams the previous year or teams that will just be doing better.
And again, talk about a team that's, bumping their head and can't get through it. This team's done nothing.
Yeah.
So right now, they're going to have the Vrabel way.
Yes.
And the Vrabel way is, remember the game when he was with the Titans and he's pissing off Bill Belichick by using his own shit against him?
Yes.
Well, we run on the clock on the punt or something like
there's
that.
Flags, penalties, maybe.
Yeah.
They're saying that should be a penalty. Belichick's losing his mind.
He was doing the same fucking shit Bill Belichick did to somebody else.
Oh, yeah.
And Vrabel's over there just grinning his ass off.
He knows
and
what it does.
Belichick is losing his shit to the ref. He can't fucking do that. He can't fucking do that.
Yeah.
Vrabel's over there going,
Uh-huh.
same shit you did last week or whatever
Yeah,
it was.
I watched you do that. So
That was entertaining.
It was, and I'm very excited for the
Yeah,
Patriots.
agree.
But, expectations tempered to what we can really expect.
Yep.
A solid team, no doubt.
Yep.
Now, on to a team I've been vocally against for years now, and almost maybe not feel bad for, but I'm quickly understanding what this team is all about. The Miami Dolphins.
Womp womp.
What a unique spot they find themselves in after the Jonnu Smith, Jalen Ramsey, Minkah Fitzpatrick, and I think some other picks.
Yeah.
I don't quite understand why they got rid of Jonnu Smith. It felt like that was a wide receiver in the second half of last season, or tight end, I'm sorry, that was really coming in to himself, really being one of Tua's main targets, someone you could count on.
Yeah.
And they just shipped him to, Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
He's gone. Jalen Ramsey's gone. I don't know what to expect from the Miami Dolphins. Tyreek Hill's had his offseason stuff. I don't think that inhibits him in the NFL, in the regular season at all. But it's one of those things where, all right, Tyreek was, I think he admitted to kind of playing in that last game last year. He had an ankle injury that, you'd see him for one half of a game, but not the second half. Jalen Waddle, still a beast, no doubt. Achane, still a beast. Mostert's not there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Tua's got his own problems with just his health in general. I don't even want to act like, who knows what happens, but I think we all have a sort of an idea of what to expect. He's probably going to miss 3 games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not wishing that into existence. It's
No.
just the sad reality of it.
But the tough, exactly. They tried to focus on physical players in the draft because that's a big problem in the trenches for them.
Yes.
Too much finesse, too much speed, getting chopped down, basically, right?
Right.
And so, the problem is their attributes, their best attributes, are also kind of hanging by a thread.
Yes.
And so, there's a lot of roster holes.
It feels like it.
There's not a lot of depth. There's not struggles. They don't do well. All the other three teams play in cold weather. They have to make that
in the second half of the season.
And that's tough.
That's not an easy task.
Yeah.
Plenty of people in the betting world talk about it, and it's a real thing.
Yeah, I just think that this team last year, what did I say, eight wins?
Yep.
I think they're going to get 5 wins, and I think the head coach is going to get canned this year.
I hope the best for Mike McDaniels. I think he's
absolutely.
I think he's a great coach.
Right.
He's fun to watch.
like
He's hilarious on podcasts.
Yep.
He's doing it right. I don't know how you can bring this team back from the trenches if Tua does get hurt.
Yeah.
Now, if Tua doesn't get hurt, Tyreek stays healthy, Jalen Waddle stays healthy, Achane stays healthy, and I can't remember the second tight end on the team, but they find someone else. There's someone else there.
Yeah.
That offense hums like a damn monster. We saw flashes of that numerous times. I can't remember. I think it was the Broncos the Dolphins absolutely wrecked a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Like, they can do it.
Yeah.
But again, a lot of more things need to feel like they go right.
Yeah, and all the pieces have to be, huddled together in the right direction. And for whatever reason, I don't know what it is. It doesn't feel like they're all on the same page. And maybe I'm just thinking of one or two people.
And maybe I'm just thinking of instances where, that's not how the season really went. But, you think about that Chiefs-Dolphins playoff game that was negative like 30.
Yeah.
That didn't go anywhere according to plan. You think of the Tua being out and they have put in Snoop Huntley. Now it's Zach Wilson, but, I don't, behind that, Brett Gabbert, shout out Miami of Ohio. But, it's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. Tyreek's getting older. I'm not saying he's washed. I'm simply admitting that if he gets injured, it's might going to happen more.
Yeah.
More and more.
And again, no matter where you go to play a playoff game, if you get to the playoffs, you're going to go to Baltimore, Kansas City, maybe Cincinnati, or Bills.
Yeah. Pittsburgh even.
Even Pittsburgh. And you've got tough division games. You're facing Buffalo, New England. That's 4 times.
Yeah, you play your normal division, but then if you think about the non-divisional matchups,
who are the
Ravens, Commanders, Bucks, Chargers, Bengals.
That's brutal.
That's rough.
That's brutal right there.
Those are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pretty good teams, and I'm biased towards one. So even if you said 4 with the Chargers, I full-heartedly agree with that.
I mean, you got teams getting better, teams that are solid, and teams that are championship caliber, all right mixed in there.
And that's not counting the championship team in your division twice.
Yeah. I mean,
they're not set up for success just based off schedule alone, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know what you're going to do
while shipping out Jalen Ramsey and Jonnu Smith.
Yeah.
Now you get Minka Fitzpatrick. He's probably, I haven't watched the Steelers enough to really give an opinion. I know he's a great fucking defensive player.
Yeah, definitely.
But I don't think he can carry the team. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and why did the Steelers get rid of him? Just the contract was up and
maybe
all that?
I didn't look as much into it as I should have.
But I didn't really see any normally you see headlines like disgruntled, whatever like that. I don't remember seeing
it must have
headlines.
been something contract-wise. Maybe the Dolphins specifically wanted him.
Yeah.
Who knows what kind of led to that. Oh, sorry, Spotify. It led to that led to that trade.
Yeah.
I have no idea. So, looking at the Dolphins as a whole, I don't think they got worse. I don't think they got a lot better. I kind of put a middle of the pack where I would with the Patriots, to be honest, but the difference is the Patriots are trending upward.
Yep.
So I'm curious if this is a 7-win season. Is this an 8-win season? 5-win season?
It doesn't. I mean, the odds aren't good.
Yeah, the odds aren't in their favor.
It very well could go 8, 9, 10, I would say. Yeah. But the odds aren't good.
I'm gonna leave my determination for wins later. I'll look at the schedule some more. I'm sure we'll dive deeper into this at some point, but not great.
Not great.
Not great. And I don't think by any means they're a bad team now. It's just
the
other ones seem to be doing a lot better than they are right now.
Yeah, and they were already struggling to keep up, catch up, and the other teams, kept the gap, if not grew it, I think.
Yes.
So now we roll on to the Jets, Jets.
Yes, those poor New York City people that have been struggling for years to get anything going. Had some pretty exciting stuff going on this week.
Yeah.
Obviously, Sauce Gardner re-signed.
That's a good one.
Garrett Wilson re-signed.
Good one. Couple Buckeyes.
Yes. And UC player, Sauce.
Yeah.
Got Breece Hall back as normal, you got the boys buzzing. Justin Fields. I like the moves they made. Aaron Glenn, new coach.
I like Aaron Glenn.
Get the defense buzzing again.
Yep.
I don't see anything not to be excited about with the Jets other than it is the Jets. But regardless of the family that owns them, you have to assume Justin Fields will make playing quarterback exciting for the Jets again. You know, Aaron Rodgers showed spurts of that last year. Who knows what was going on with his mental. Just came off the season where his Achilles blew up on the third play of his Jets career.
Yep.
And now you get Justin Fields, who's way more mobile and way more likely to be running around the field more.
Yeah. Might be running for his life, but at least he's got the athleticism to extend plays and make things happen. And they bring over the OC from Detroit.
I think he's the OC at the Dolphins now.
Oh, he is. Okay.
Is my guess.
Oh, he was at Detroit before?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's, I don't know how you say that name, Tanner Engstrand?
Yeah, sure.
But anyway, they're talking about a run-heavy scheme, which makes sense with Breece Hall. And Braylon Allen, he got better throughout the season. But again, like this thing did say, dysfunction plagued the organization. So with a new general manager, new head coach, and Justin Fields, like you say, maybe the change is in the air.
They should have. They have a lot of good things going in the right direction.
Yeah.
Jets, have a dedicated fan base. I'm excited to watch them play. They did lose Tyler Conklin to the Chargers, but I'm sure they have another tight end ready to come up to the bigs. And they were dominant on running the ball last year. It felt like between Breece Hall and Brandon Allen, they were doing pretty well, and they figured it out. Now you add Justin Fields and Garrett Wilson stays. He had a phenomenal season.
Yeah.
I'd not say Justin Fields wasn't doing it with the Steelers because there was that whole Russell Wilson, maybe not controversy, but it changed up a little bit. They'll be able to make something work with Justin Fields, and that'll be exciting at least. Jets fans will be back. They'll be excited to be there. Might even see that fire department, oh my God, Big Ed, I think it is.
Oh, yeah.
The fire department guy, or the fire hat Jets fan.
Yeah, he's got his heart.
I think he.
Yeah, you're
there's
right.
some lore there.
Yep. So, I don't know. Tough schedule, though.
Yeah.
It says here we've got games against Denver, Dallas, division matchups, and then obviously against the Bills. So
yeah, it's not going to be easy. Got to go down to Miami, play the Dolphins. Lord only knows how that goes.
And you got New England, who we think is going to be better.
New England on the come up, championship team versus the Bills.
So they won 5 games last year.
Yep.
I think they make a little improvement, but not a lot of improvement.
Yeah.
For the first year of getting the new coaching in and all that stuff. And
new regime.
A lot of people, a lot of turnover.
Yep.
So I'm thinking one more win to 6.
6. I could see 6 to 8.
But it's a big turn because you're getting the foundation set for more goodness, more upside. So
got to make it better before you get there, and it seems like they're in the right direction.
I think so.
6 to 8 wins, I feel like, for the Jets.
Yeah.
I think if they get 8, it's a great season. If they get 5, maybe not the right direction, but we'll see what happens. Injuries always play a key part in this, and
true.
We'll have to see what happens in that regard. I don't know. Aaron Rodgers was kind of the bigger ones. They lost Devontae Adams, obviously. I don't think he was staying as soon as Aaron Rodgers knew he wasn't staying.
Yeah, that kind of sealed that deal.
Didn't they have another good wide receiver? Why am I?
Seems like they did, but I can't think of who it is.
Remember for the life of me.
But yeah, I think there is.
Oh my God.
Huh.
That's a shame.
But
maybe I was thinking Devontae Adams, to be honest with you.
Might be.
Oh,
yeah, if you had Garrett Wilson and Devontae Adams,
that's your 1 and 2 right there.
Who you're thinking of.
Yeah, I'm just interested to see how this Jets team works, really. A lot of running, I would assume, but you signed Garrett Wilson and Sauce Gardner, so you're definitely working on putting a good team together.
You're going to have play action, right?
Yes.
You got receivers that can get open.
Yeah.
Runners that can, challenge the defense.
Screen running backs.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yep.
The Jets have flown under my radar.
I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah. Good moves, though. Can't be mad about that.
No.
Pretty good things. Everyone's getting paid, and we'll see where it goes from there. If I had to guess, thinking big picture AFC East, I have to assume Bills top of that. No doubt about it.
Yep.
Next up, you're thinking for sure, I would at least go with the
Maybe the Dolphins.
Maybe the Dolphins squeak it out.
Patriots, it's going to be close.
Patriots are fresh and young. Justin Fields is not a bad quarterback. Is it crazy for me to say that all three of them are kind of just in that same, within 2 wins of each other?
Probably.
Someone's got 6, someone's got 7, someone's got 8.
Yep, could be.
You know, that's pretty lame way for me to put a prediction on a podcast. But to be honest, when I'm thinking about it, Patriots are on the up. They're young. There's going to be some growing pains. Jets have a new quarterback, new head coach, GM stuff. You know, it's probably in the right direction, but a new regime as well.
Yep.
And the Dolphins just have to battle themselves. So, frankly, maybe I'll go thinking about it out loud. Bills, Dolphins, exciting Patriots year in the 3rd, and maybe Jets in 4, but the last 3 are all within 2 games of each other.
Yeah.
Honestly, maybe 3 just to make it more realistic. But
yeah.
I think it's not going to be I don't think there's going to be too much separation amongst those 4 teams.
No.
Those bottom 3 teams.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, you know, I probably would give the Patriots just a little nudge just because I think of where they're at, the culture, the change. I think, again, the track record with the Dolphins is not good.
It's not trending in the right direction.
In terms of, you know, health and things like that. So I think I'm going to say that the Jets and the Dolphins are kind of battling for that last spot.
Okay.
So,
hey.
But
why
you never know.
The hell not.
Yep.
That is the AFC East. Those are kind of our analysis, predictions, and assumptions and conclusions. How about them apples?
Yeah.
And with that, on to a new week.
Yes.
Thank you all for watching. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you next week on the Coy Pond. Peace.